Hey y'all, welcome to Facing the 50s. My name's Deanne. Today I've got my most recent empties for you, and my little tub is overflowing. I realized it has been 6 months since I have done empties, so I've got quite a few to share with you today. I'll be going through these really quickly to keep this video from being too long, but I'll tell you if I would repurchase them, why or why not. I've got a couple of fails in here too. So if you've got any products or any questions about specific products, just leave them in the comments below and I'll be glad to elaborate on an answer. But let's get right to it. All right, I'm just going to jump in. I didn't even go in and organize and try to put like things together, so we're just going to pull it out as we see it. First thing here is my Closys Ultra Sensitive Mouthwash. I've had this in an empties before. I love it. It's non-irritating. It doesn't have alcohol in it. It was recommended by my dentist and my dental hygienist, and I really like it. I find it on Amazon. If you've been with me for a while, you know, and I'm trying to dig and see how many of these there are. Only a couple so far. But I do love my Skintimate Shave Gel. I just think this is the best. I've tried a few others when this was a little bit hard to find a while back, but that one just tends to be my favorite. So I've got a couple of those in here. Oh, here's one of the other ones that I did try, this Gillette Satin Care. It was okay, but again, not quite as good as that Skintimate one. So that one's my favorite. And another one of these right here on top. All right, I think that's all of them. Now, let me grab this big one here. So this one here is Cinema Secrets. If you can read without the glare there, Cinema Secrets. It's a makeup brush cleaner, and I use this every day. So this is the big bottle. It is the 32-ounce one. You can order this from, I think Sephora has the big one, but I know, I want to say Camera Ready Cosmetics is the other place where you can get it. And I just use I've got a little spray bottle that I keep on my vanity, and every time I put on my makeup, I keep a little paper towel there, spray a little brush cleaner on, and just clean my brushes. So love this brush cleaner. Have repurchased that. I've gone through several of that size. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? I have got one of the Neutrogena oil-free eye makeup removers. I have been using this for several rounds. I've probably gone through several of these. I just switched back just to kind of see if it made any difference to the Clinique Take the Day Off, and I've just been using it a few days, so I'm going to compare those again. But for the money, I think this is a fantastic eye makeup remover. And I actually have another one of those in here. All right, I'm seeing some lotions here, so let me just go ahead and grab those because I've got a few. All right, this one right here is my new favorite. I love this Gold Bond Ultimate Strength and Resilience Age Defense Proteins and Lipids. These names that they put on moisturizers. But this one I've really enjoyed, and it has actually taken the place of my other, this one's empty too, my other favorite that I was using, the Cetaphil Pro Restoraderm. And I thought nothing would ever beat this, but this one has just a slight bit more moisture to it, or more density to the moisture maybe. This one's a little bit thinner, and this one is a little bit denser, but it still sinks in. So that's what I love about that. Now here was one of my fails. This was the Gold Bond Eczema Relief. So let me show them to you again so you can see the difference. The one that I love is this one here, that has the purple on it, the Strength and Resilience. And this Gold Bond Eczema Relief, I wanted to love it, but it pilled up on me when I would put it on my legs. You know, when you rub it in and it doesn't really sink in, and then you rub your legs and it kind of balls up. So that one did that to me. So that's one of the fails I have for you today. All right, what else do we have in here? Oh, look, another Gillette Satin Care. So I guess it really has been 6 months. I've got at least 5 of these here, so it looks like I go through those a little more than once a month. All right, what else? Oh, here's one, and this was more of a declutter, I guess, really, than either a fail or an empty, but this is the Drunk Elephant F-Balm Electrolyte Water Facial Mask. I probably used about half of it. I don't know that it did anything fantastic for my skin, and I've got so many different products in there I'm using that this one has sat for a long time, so I'm thinking it's probably time to let it go, and with it not doing anything fantastic, I'm just going to let it go. All right, what else do we have here? One of my all-time favorite deodorants. It is the most generic, probably, deodorant you can get, Vanicream Antiperspirant Deodorant. It fragrance-free, no dyes, and no masking fragrance. It's for sensitive skin. I grabbed mine on Amazon, but I have seen it at my dermatologist office, and I know that places like Walgreens and CVS carry Vanicream. I just don't know if they carry the deodorant. But if you want just a plain, no smell, just good deodorant for sensitive skin, I have used that one for years and love it. All right, what else do we have here? My Paula's Choice Optimal Results Hydrating Cleanser. You probably see these in most of the empties that I do. I have always enjoyed this. I have used this for well over, it's between 10 and 15 years. I have lost count at this point. I liked it because it was a little thicker than many of the generic or the drugstore. I'm thinking of like the Cerave hydrating cleanser that everybody likes. This one to me was a little bit thicker. And back when I was using my Clarisonic every single day, I needed something a little thicker to protect my skin. I still love this, but honestly, I don't necessarily need this anymore. And I'm looking to see if I can't do my new skincare routine, back it down to be mainly drugstore. So I'm going to try to find something to replace this, which I never, ever thought I would say, because I have used it for so long. It's not a bad product at all, and if I continue to use it, it would be fine. But anyway, just Paula's Choice Hydrating Cleanser. All right, what else do we have here? Cerave PM Facial Lotion. And I typically will use this in the daytime, even though it says PM. I've got dry skin and it's not anywhere near thick enough for me at night, but it's a nice, for me, light daytime moisturizer. So I love that. We'll use it. Oh, here's another one that is a favorite of mine as well. The Paula's Choice. I'm trying to hold this so that the light doesn't blow it out because it's so white, so I hope you can see it. But the Paula's Choice Moisture Boost Hydrating Cream. I have gone through so many of these and just love it. It's a great consistency for me and great for dry skin. So that's one that I love. Here's another one that will look very familiar if you've seen any of my empties before. My Shiseido cotton, facial cottons. I still think they're the softest. I think they're the best. I will continue to use them. I buy them with my Ulta points now. I haven't been getting really any 20% off coupons from Ulta. I don't know if maybe they're not sending them out as regularly as they did in years past. And I'm Diamond and all that, so you know it's not like I don't ever go there. But anyway, I used to buy them when I had coupons, but now I just buy them when I can get them free with points. But I absolutely love those and will continue to use them. All right, here's one of my sunscreens that I love. It's the Murad City Skin Age Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 50 PA+++++. A fantastic moisturizer, sunscreen. I mean, it has a little bit of a pink color to it. I may have a little bit left in here. A little bit of a pink color to it. Well, it almost looks white there, but it does not leave a white cast on the skin. And that's what I love about it. So that is one that I will continue to use. I've got a few that I rotate between, but that's one that I do love. Now that I did buy one, oh my gosh, this would be a fail. And if I can find a picture for it, I'll put it in up here. And it was one from SuperGoop, and it was a mineral sunscreen of theirs. And I wanted to love it so badly because the texture of it felt great. It was thin. It was mineral sunscreen. But when I was on Zoom, like on a Zoom call for work, I looked at myself in the little box and I thought, why are you so pasty? Like I was glowing like I was a ghost. And I thought, that's it. You know, I used that sunscreen this morning. And so then I played with it a little more and that was absolutely it. So it was definitely giving back that white cast, which just wasn't going to work. So again, I'll try to pop that picture up here. All right, we're getting there. Some of those things were big and it really made the box look like it was so full. So let me grab, I'm seeing some multiples here. Oh wow, 4 of these. So again, if you've watched the channel for a while, you know one of my favorite mascaras is the CoverGirl Lash Exact. I have 4 of these. Let me go ahead and put this down here so I can show you. I do like this because the wand is it's a rubber bristle wand, which I don't care if it's that or natural, but I like it that the bristles are pretty close together. And this was also a drier formula, so it didn't weigh my lashes down. and I've really liked that. Now I will say, so 2 of these tubes were really dry. And what I need to do is I need to go pick some, because Walmart and Amazon are the only 2 places I can find this. So I need to, next time I'm at Walmart, pick up a fresh tube and compare it, because the last 2 I got from Amazon, and I don't know, maybe they were just old or I don't know what it was, but they just went on like there was hardly anything going on to my eyelashes, so it felt like they had dried out. So anyway, I'm going to pick up a fresh one and just see, but Lash Exact, I've been through 4 of those. All right, time for another fail. Speaking of lashes, and I really had high hopes for this based on everything that I have seen on YouTube lately, and it seems like everybody is liking this Maybelline Sky High mascara. And so let me pop this one open for you, and I only used it a couple of times. Oh goodness, and now I can't even, there we go, can't even get it open. But look, and how clumpy and just, no. So did not work for me, did not work on my lashes. Now I'm afraid to pump it too tight or I'll get it all over me. All right, we're just gonna set that over there, and that's going straight in the trash when this is done. All right, what else do I have here? This is a Victoria Beckham. It is a Future Lash. So it was her mascara that I received in a little box. And I love the wand, love how tiny it is. The mascara formula was just okay. It didn't wow me, so I probably wouldn't purchase it. I don't know what it would cost to purchase it individually. I'm sure it's pricey. But anywho, all right, what else do we have here? Oh, I have gone through a Voluminous Lash Paradise. I think this is fine. I would prefer my Lash Exact if I can get one where the formula hasn't dried out. This one here, you can see it's got the little bit bigger wand, but it's fine. It certainly was better than the Maybelline Sky High. That is for sure. All right. Oh, more mascaras in here. Goodness, I probably should have sorted all this before, but I didn't. So this was one. This one is RMS Beauty. There we go. See if I can get that where you can see it. RMS Beauty. I got this one from Sephora. This is one of the travel sizes. It's a little bit cheaper than buying the full size. And like the wand, it's a little bit bigger, but that's fine. But what I did, and I like the mascara, but what I didn't like about it was, I don't know if you can see, let me scroll it down. See how yucky it gets around the edge? And y'all, I'm not messy with mascara. I'm not pumping it in and, scraping it all on the edge. I've used mascara for many years. I know how to use mascara. But that just kind of, and that's been wiped off several times. So I finally got tired of wiping it off. And it was just this one that was a little sample size. So it probably lasted about a month or so, which is fine. And if it didn't do that, I probably would buy it. But when I store it in my Lucite over there on my vanity, it would constantly get on and I'd have to wipe it off. So first world problem right there. All right, what else do we have here? Oh my goodness, one of my absolute holy grails that I have discovered over the past several months, and I have already purchased the mega size of this. I'd heard about this company for years. They were a little independent brand, and I would hear YouTubers talk about it, but I was always a little bit leery of it, and I don't know why. But finally I decided, hey, I'm going to give it a shot. And it is the Timeless 20% vitamin C ferulic acid with vitamin E. And this is their trial size or whatever. I can't remember how much is in here. I'm sure it tells me somewhere, but my eyes, oh, there we go. It's a ½ ounce. So it's a pretty good size for a trial. I think this was like $17 or something like that. I could tell the first couple of times I used this was going to be my favorite, because other vitamin C serums that I've used were either oily on my skin or sticky. The Drunk Elephant one I wanted to love, but it left my skin sticky. This one does not. You can use it day or night, and it for me, it left my skin, I don't know how to explain it. In the morning, I felt like it was almost exfoliated, which I don't think vitamin C exfoliates whatsoever, but it was just this nice smoothness with just the tiniest bit of tightness. But when I say that, I don't want you to think it's in a bad way. It just felt good, okay? It didn't feel like I was gunked up with a whole bunch of stuff on my face. I have since bought the biggest size that you can get. I think it's 4 ounces. It's, this much bigger compared to this. Watch for them. They seem to have sales around the holidays. I know they just had, I think, a 30% off one for Independence Day. And I saw one at Father's Day, one at Mother's Day. So you're probably going to be able to see sales. I know some people have coupon codes for them. I don't. I could always email them, I guess, and ask if I could get one for y'all. Maybe I will. But anyway, I love this. And I've loved several things from this brand already. So I'm testing those out. And you'll see them in a skincare video coming up here in a few weeks. All right, so we've got that. That was a favorite. What else do I have in here? I have one of my Acure Radically Hydrating Whipped Night Creams. Love this. Will continue to use it. I would say it's pretty comparable to the Paula's Choice. The Paula's Choice may just be a hair bit more moisturizing. A hair bit? Is that a thing? It is now, right? Anyway, may just be a hair more moisturizing. But this is very good. So we've got that. Another empty here is my Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream. I'm opening that up for some reason in case you want to see an empty inside. Very nice. This was in some pack I got with this, an exfoliator, and 3 or 4 different kinds of things. Love it. Probably won't be repurchasing it because it is so expensive. For a full size of this, I think it's $60, if not more. And this I can get for around $17. So that is certainly the option that I'll be taking. All right, just a few, well, there's a few more things in here. One of my absolute have-to-haves every single day, eyeshadow primer, and I just use the Smashbox 24-hour photo finish. It has worked for me for years, so it is something that I hopefully will always be able to have. Oh, what else? Here, I have gone through, there's no label on it because I pulled it off so I could see how much I had left, but this is one of the Latisse's. It was working really well for me, and I've got another one that's going right now, but I've noticed that, my lashes are having a hard time keeping up, so I don't know if I've got thyroid issues and something that's going on, but at least it's mainly keeping this gap filled in that I had, and that's what I want. So I don't have these mega lashes like everybody else gets, but I think that's more me than the Latisse. All right, here's another mascara, excuse me, Benefit Roller Lash. It was okay. It did not hold a curl in my lashes, so didn't like that as much. Oh, fail right here. This came in, I think this was in my little Walmart box I get once a quarter. It's $5 and you get 4 or 5 sample things every quarter. So for me, I love getting that. And it was a Cetaphil Sheer Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50. Sounded fantastic. It's a mineral sunscreen, which is what I like. And it says it was sheer, but again, total white cast. Like, could not even get that to go away. All right, let's see, what else do we have here? One of my Paula's Choice little travel sizes of the Daily Smoothing Treatment, 5% AHA. If you're just getting started on exfoliating, that 5% is a nice percentage to get started with. So it's fine. All right, I have, oh my goodness, how many of these am I gonna have? Let me get them all out here. Of my little tins, my makeup mascara, or Saint is what it's called now. It comes in these little tins. And so I have used up a White Peach, which is my brightening. I have used up an Ash, which is one of the contours I use. Oh, I have used this up and it hurts me. Well, I mean, it's almost used up. You can see it's to where the brush, I would hurt a brush if I were trying to get it because it's a powder product. But it was Cayman bronzer that they used to do, and oh, it was so perfect for those of us who aren't, who are fair-skinned, and it was a really light bronzer, and I'm so sad that it's discontinued because I just loved it. Let's see, what else do I have here? I have an Astoria bronzer that I used up. I also have a lip conditioner that I used up. My goodness, a couple more here. What else do I have? I have an amber highlight, and I use it for color correcting sometimes, and another white peach. So all of those used up within the last 6 months. And so it's kind of hard to say, you know, those, you use those up every 6 months, because I have so many that I've gotten, and I'll put some in a travel bag or some in my purse, and so that's why they get used up kind of in random order. Okay, this one here nearly broke my heart when I finished it, because I didn't think it was ever going to end, and I loved it, and I just haven't reordered it yet. But it was the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Perfecting Powder. So let me cover that, and that's just a little, I mean, it's just a stain, like I can scratch it, there's a little bit there. So this one had gotten down to where, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to blind you here, where there was just a little bit on the outside edge, and I was using that brush to get in there, because I mainly use it under my eyes to set. And then one day I dropped it, and the little bit that was in there shattered and went everywhere, so that was it. I love this. I am in the color 1 Fair, and one of these days I will reorder that. I'm just trying to get through some of the others that I have over there first. All right, just a few more things here. I got through a little sample size here of Drunk Elephant TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. And as you know, this is one that I've always enjoyed, but I'll be honest, I don't use it anywhere near as much as I used to. So that'll come in that skincare update that I'm working on, but it's still a nice product. Time for another fail, Maybelline Cheek Heat. I had started to see several people on YouTube talk about how awesome these were, and I even saw it on Instagram, so I thought, okay, I'll give it a shot. So it's a little tube here, and you squeeze a little out, and you look, and you're like, okay, that looks all right. Let's see if I can tell you what color I got. I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Coral Ember. You know, I thought, okay, that'll be pretty. So let me get this lid back on it. But then, when I started rubbing it in, and I'm just showing you on my hand, for, like, it's gone. And it showed nothing on my cheeks whatsoever. Like if I'm looking at my hand, I can't tell there's anything on there. So if it works for you, fantastic. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it did not work for me. All right, a couple of more things here, and then we are going to call it done. One here, this one's not an empty, but I'm calling it done. And this is one of my, it was formerly mascara, but Saint eyeshadows. And it's here, and it's in As You Wish, and you look at it and you think that's almost full. But this one, I don't know if it was probably one I got when I very first started, which has been close to 2 years now. And it's crumbling. Like every corner of it's crumbling. And can you see how it's crusty when I stick my finger in it? So it's just not one that is going to make the cut for me. Probably just need a fresh one. But again, I think that's probably just old, but it is going away. All right, what else do we have here? This is Milk Cream. This one is the one that was before they repackaged and renamed into Saint. It's got the little pump moisturizer. This is the one I heard every single artist, that may be exaggerating. I would hear artists, oh, you've got to have the milk cream. You got to have the milk cream. It makes such a difference. You know, it's the holy grail of creams. It was okay. Right? It just wasn't, and this is actually the mask versus the cream, but it just didn't really do that much for my skin. I didn't think. My skin didn't feel all that hydrated after I used it. So, you know, it's not one I love. Anyway, all right, so there's that. And then, let's see, a couple of more things here. These were little samples that I got in a Sephora order, and this was Gucci Beauty. It had the primer and 3 of the foundations. It was okay. I'm trying to think. I think the primer was okay, but it had some questionable ingredients. I don't like to use. There's one called limonene, and another one that's not in here, but linalool, I think is what it's called, or a couple that I don't love to use on my face. Yeah, and the foundation has that linalool in it. For whatever it would have cost you for the real thing, there's no way. No, thank you. And then this one here, Makeup Forever Water Tone. I used the color here that was closest to mine. You know, at first I thought I loved it because it went on and you could not tell the difference between it and my skin. It looked so skin-like, but as the day went on, I guess because it's a water base, it got really tight and it just wasn't comfortable to wear. So I did not love it. And then my final fail, and I should have just returned this, but I never did because I don't know what I did with the receipt. I was on the hunt for a sunless tanner. I've used ones that are the mousse formula, and they tend to dry out my legs. And so I was looking for one that was a lotion formula. And I searched online and, you know, went to YouTube like we always do and tried to find things. But what I finally found, I was at Ulta one day and I saw this one, and it's by St. Moritz, and it's a gradual tanning lotion. And I used this twice, and it's terrible. I turned so orange that it just, part of it was my fault because I had splotchy application, and I'll take the responsibility for that because I probably didn't apply it well. But it was just orangey. It wore off patchy. It was just not the thing for me. So this one is a no-go for me. Now I have found one since then that I'm using that I'm really liking. So if I'm going to use it a few more times and make sure that it's worth an endorsement, and I will tell you what that is if I continue to love that. All right, and the only other thing that I see in here, and this, I'm sure it's in here, yeah, because I didn't use it up by any means. This is the Maybelline, let me get it right side up, Lasting Drama. It's one of the eyeliners, gel eyeliners. I actually love this eyeliner, but I stopped using them for so long because I've been just using black eyeshadow that this one dried up on me. So I do have one over there that I've got that I can use because I like to change it up every now and then and play. But this one I just had to get rid of because it was old. All right, I think that's it. Oh my goodness, that was 6 months worth of empties, and now that it's all out, it really doesn't look like a lot, but I guess it is. If you have any questions, like I said, just drop them down below and I will be glad to answer those. And I'm going to try to do these quarterly so that it's a little shorter and a little easier to manage. So hopefully I'll be able to stay on that schedule. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.